All right, y'all, I'm finna just wing this joint. If folks' feelings get hurt, so be it. It is what it is. It's definitely not my intention. And if I'm right or wrong about some of the things I'm gonna say in this video, sound off in the comment section below and let me know what you think about it. I just noticed over the years I do some of my best work when I keep it a buck with you guys. I want to start off with the basis of this video, and it's a tweet from Uncle Demi. If you guys don't know, Uncle Demi's been taking a lot of heat on Twitter for seeming like he's playing the 50. And if you don't know what I mean by the 50, it means that he plays both sides of the fence. It seems like he wants to be a 2K representative and he also wants to be a man of the people, and it looks like those things are clashing. Uncle Demi says, "I'm astounded that some people still don't understand the proper etiquette for gaming critique. I tell you one thing, man, the second that I'm talking with a homie and he starts out with 'I'm astounded,' I'm finna turn my back and go the other way. You astounded? You an astronaut? You out of this world?" Now that's just a play on words for folks who think they have a much more extensive vocabulary than I. I've noticed over the years that one of the smartest things you could do is play dumb. Neither here nor there. We'll continue on. He says, "As someone who frequently communicates directly with developers, I don't feel the need to broadcast this. It's interesting how many creators are well aware of the right channels for feedback. We even have a dedicated Discord for public discourse. A dedicated Discord for public discourse, or a dedicated Discord for a controlled environment on how comments or proper etiquette is supposed to be maintained when it comes to game critique. There's a reason why creators choose to use their platform to critique the game, an unfettered and unfiltered platform which is their own." Uncle Demi goes on to say, "Let's get real. Many critiques are merely for internet popularity, disregarding the direct access to developers." And I somewhat understand where Uncle Demi is coming from, as there is set platforms and maybe folks should consider using access to those platforms to offer proper etiquette in their gaming critique. And it's facts, some people just want to be angry for the sake of being angry, and they have every right to when we got the game that we got in front of us. I myself come from extremely poor beginnings, humble beginnings. And that's why I feel so passionate about my opinions playing this game, because I grew up playing video games way before 2K. You used to be able to get a game for $10. That's right, I'm a lot older than a lot of y'all think. What I'm getting at is that if video games were expensive as 2K is today, my whole path in life would have been completely different. I wouldn't have been able to afford 2K. And this is not about me. This is about all the other kids out there who just can't afford to get their hands on the game. They can't afford to make a build or even multiple builds per year. And the fact is that something needs to be done about that. And if any entity has the power to make that happen, it's definitely one of the companies that help leading the way in the video game industry. That's 2K. Uncle Demi goes on to say, "The, in quotations, 2K doesn't listen to me argument is baseless. We've seen many of our suggestions come to life." And this fact, a lot of the suggestions that the 2K community brings up does come to life. But I tell you, for everything that comes to life from the community in regards to suggestions for gameplay, there's like 5 more things that crumble. And that begs the question, why? Just like for every single patch that's created for 2K after the release, another aspect of the game just falls apart. And one of the 2K developers actually touched base on this. The Czar spoke on this in one of his recent live streams, saying that when it comes to coding, as far as development is concerned, when it comes to coding, you gotta pick and choose your left hand or your right hand. You can't have both. He went on to elaborate saying, "Hey, that's how coding works. When you touch one thing, something else is gonna get affected." I know a lot of you guys, the 2K consumers, the 2K gamers out there, are confused by that statement coming from a 2K developer with unlimited financial resources to make whatever they need to happen in gaming. It just seems to me that 2K wants to take a short-handed approach. 2K wants to take shortcuts in the development of their game, but still charge you guys way more money to play the game. I'm almost certain that 2K has all the resources they need to address any gameplay issues that currently plague 2K. Uncle Demi goes on to say, developers highly value honest, constructive feedback for game improvement. So let's dispel this myth. And this is the issue that I think a lot of people have with Uncle Demi in particular. And you guys let me know if I'm wrong about this. From what I understand, although, I don't watch the homie's channel, but from what I understand, a lot of people in the 2K community feel like Uncle Demi in particular is one of those creators that show people bills that aren't really a viable option on 2K. You come outside with one of Uncle Demi's bills, you finna get dropped off ASAP. And we all know that 2K makes a lot of their money in microtransactions. So much money that they were able to give two of Take-Two's top executives a $40 million bonus from 2022 to 2023. In 2K22, they made $30 million, the two of them. In 2K23, they made upwards of $70 million. That was just for two people. And that was solely off of your microtransactions. And by the way, that contract is in place until 2029. So you guys could expect to pay even more money in the coming years. So when we're talking about dispelling myths, these are the myths that the actual people, the 2K players, want to know. They want those type of myths dispelled. You know what other myth they want dispelled? The idea that 2K adjusts and remixes the sliders, dropping patches left and right that just change the gameplay in front of us and encourage us to kind of make a new build just to be able to compete at a higher level. Let's start with dispelling those myths. Let's talk about the real subjects at hand. Uncle Demi goes on to say, criticizing a company recklessly and then playing victim when being overlooked for opportunities is hypocritical. And I believe that's fact. You know, like for me, I understand that me and 2K will never be in affiliation, and I'm totally okay with that. In fact, I think if I was to gain any level of affiliation with 2K, I'd probably lose half my platform. A lot of you guys come to this platform for the way in which I speak about my experience playing the game. And I tell you, when I'm hyped about the game, I'm excited about the game, I'm telling you, the game is super dope. But when the game turns to complete trash in one annual cycle, from being absolutely amazing to absolute trash in one annual cycle, I'm sorry, y'all, I can't tell you any different than what I'm actually experiencing. This here is an authentic platform, true to my emotions in whatever game I'm playing. He goes on with this analogy saying, would you stand on your desk at a 9-to-5 job to publicly bash it? He says, no, you'd go to HR. He says the same principle applies as an independent contractor seeking to collaborate with other publishers. The sooner this is understood, the sooner success follows. And I don't think Uncle Demi understands that that's completely subjective. There's so many different levels of success and so many different ways to skin a cat, so many different ways to pursue success. I personally like to pursue success with my soul intact, my spirit complete, knowing that I don't ever have to speak with a forked tongue. I'm able to remain true to myself in every way. And to completely address that analogy of standing on your desk at a 9-to-5 job to publicly bash the company that you're working with, that would prove senseless. And I know a lot of people felt when they read that statement, I know a lot of people felt that he was saying that y'all are working the 9-to-5. He's basically saying that he's working the 9-to-5 job. He's the one working with 2K, so it's not in his best interest to publicly bash the company. And I'm all for that. I totally get that. And the way I see it, if that's where the homies' best interests lie, then, you know, the community and platform that you built based off of the people should know that. But from what I gathered, and you guys let me know if I'm wrong, what I gathered in this tweet is that he is completely choosing to align himself with the 2K side of things. And I'm curious to know what you guys, the people, feel about creators who completely align with a company who seems like its sole best interest is to dig in your pockets. And I'm not saying that from a bitter place. I'm saying that from watching over the years where I used to be able to play the game and not have to spend $1 outside of the unit sale, to now getting on 2K, spending hundreds of dollars just to be able to play online. And I understand that it's not absolutely necessary to spend that money. You could grind, but it seems like 2K, the game, makes that grind take so long that it seems a lot easier to just spend that money and go out and play the game that you truly enjoy at the level you want to play and know to play at. It just seems like a shiesty approach to gaming, and that's what I don't like. Save all the shiestiness. And if the homie is thinking anything, man, maybe shiestiness is not a word. Maybe you do have a much more extensive vocabulary than a lot of folks in the 2K community, but I tell you, there is so many different types of smarts out there. You got street smarts, academic smarts, spiritual smarts, and you never know when you're gonna need to lean or rely on any one of them. Sometimes the smartest thing to do is play dumb. Those are my thoughts on this conflict that's going on within the 2K community. Hopefully you guys can share your thoughts about it in the comment section below. I want to thank you so much for tuning in. Y'all be sure to keep it locked right here at AllCity Live TV, because we got a bunch more NBA 2K24 news, information, and updates coming your way. Drop a like, drop a sub on your way out. I'll catch you guys on the next video or live stream. Easy, y'all.